From Howe Enterprise. The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing.
Well, it's basketball night in Texas.
On the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs Basketball. Howe Bulldogs Basketball, brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave.
Stolen away by Tegan Stubblefield.
Howe Athletic Booster Club, Ed Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, Ann's Realty Group, Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric.
Rebounded by Griffin, who puts it right back up.
Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Hello. We are in Whitewright, Texas tonight. It's basketball night. We've got a new board. We're going to adjust a few things. And what a great night we're going to have tonight. The Lady Bulldogs come in 2-6. The Howe Lady Bulldogs 2-6 in district play. The Whitewright Lady Tigers are 4-4 in district play. So Justin White comes into the group tonight. We also have Carson Grogan and Blake Burnett will be with us tonight on stats. So first time we've seen a basketball game. Last time we were together, guys. It was a little bit different atmosphere. We were at AT&T Stadium doing a Class 5A Division II state title game with South Oak Cliff Liberty Hill. Not tonight. It's football. It's basketball time in Texas tonight. Justin White, and we're back in Class 3A. Where we belong, apparently, I think maybe we belong in 5A, but hey, Class 3A and Howe, Texas is really home, and good to be back with the Bulldogs.
We're a long way from Arlington, Texas and AT&T Stadium, aren't we, from Arlington to Whitewright?
Yeah, we're quite a bit of ways from that. Again, we got a new board, so we're going to be testing some things out. If you hear things a little bit crazy, let us know. We've got a new crowd mic. We've got all kinds of new stuff. So we're going to be kind of testing it out before we get to football season next year. We don't want to talk a whole lot about football season next year because we're dedicating this time to the Lady Bulldogs. And later on, we'll be doing a game between Howe and Whitewright. The boys basketball, we'll be doing that on a different YouTube broadcast, so you'll have to switch over. But Howe got a new head football coach and athletic director. Did you have a chance to listen to Coach Lance Bryant?
I did. I love the things he had to say. He seems energetic. He's not scared of the 22-game losing streak. He wants to change the culture. He's saying all the right things. Now it's just going to have to put it out on the field and see what happens here in the next year and get his coaching staff together. But I like what I hear so far. I
was told a moment ago that the athletes will be held accountable.
Okay.
That's a very good sign when you're dealing with an athletic program and a bunch of teenage kids. Holding them accountable is a pretty good thing. Tonight, Howe Lady Bulldogs, again 2-6 in district play. Whitewright Lady Tigers 4-4. The Lady Bulldogs have all of a sudden gone into some sort of a youth movement because they lost Trinity Williams. We had a chance to talk to head coach Derek Lands a little bit earlier before the game, and we talked to him a little bit about that youth movement that they're having to go through a little bit right now with the loss of Trinity Williams.
All right, Coach, you probably think about basketball all year except for maybe the few weeks you're taking the golf team to state. Once you lost Trinity, it seemed like everything – that wasn't something you planned for, I guess.
No, because we had to move everybody around. Because she played the 3-4 combination for us, and it changed the whole dynamics of our starting lineup.
So now you've kind of had to go to a youth movement all of a sudden. How have they progressed? You got a lot of sophomores on the floor, and even a freshman at times. Talk about them.
They're getting better every day. It's just, they're going to be really good when their time comes, and it's just, when you're playing against older kids, it shows up every now and then, but it's showing up less and less every ball game. That's a good thing.
How's their chemistry? I guess, they're all young. They've played together. That's a good thing. What's the chemistry like on the team?
It's really good. They all get along. They all have good time around each other. And I mean, they all like playing basketball. That's a good thing.
Is this a team that's going to compete highly in 2 years?
Yeah, I'll be really surprised if they don't win. I mean, there's a lot of these kids that put forth a lot of effort when basketball season's not there, and I think people will be pleasantly surprised next year how well they're going to do.
Awesome.
Well, guys,
It's basketball time here in Texas.
it's basketball time in Texas, and we got starting lineups coming up. And, I didn't bring my pen. How did I walk out of here without a pen? Is this the off season or what? Now I got to dig around and look for a pen. Thankfully, there is a Howe Enterprise pen, and
We got all the toys, gadgets, and whistles, but no pen, huh?
no pen. Well, we got one now.
Yeah, got one
Here
now.
we go. So, starting, it appears, will be, what am I missing? Kendall Griffin, Tegan Stubblefield, Madeline Stewart, and Landry Sanders, it appears. Did I get that right? We want to welcome in the Blizzard tonight. Blizzard statistically, and you've seen the girls play throughout the year. What are your thoughts on the Howe Lady Bulldogs?
The Howe Lady Bulldogs just need to limit.
Hang on. I think we're. Which one are you? Go ahead.
The Howe Lady Bulldogs just need to limit their turnovers. That's the problem they've had this year is too many turnovers. When they see the press, they seem to panic a little bit. So if Whitewright does not press, the Howe Lady Bulldogs will have a great chance here tonight.
So for Whitewright, it'll be Ashley Long. It'll be Katie Long. It'll be Alice Diaz. Okay.
Yeah. Get us the pronunciation on that one.
Asumpco? Somebody's got to help me with that.
Some vehicle?
We're told Diasumsau. Okay. D.
Yeah, which one is it, Alice or Isabella? Or both?
Sumsau. Isabella Diasumsau.
That's
Okay.
Sumsau.
And I didn't get the last order because I was too mesmerized by Diasumsau.
Yeah. Did you get the last one, Carson?
Natalie Alexander.
Ned Alexander, okay.
So long. Diasumsau.
Yeah, okay.
Is that, it's Alice, right? That's the starter.
They're both starters.
Okay, this is going to be fun. So Landry Sanders will control the tip, and Stubblefield will bring it. Coming near side, we're in the corner. Up to Emery Snap, now up top, and a long shot off the back of the rim, and that's no good by Sanders. Rebounded by Alexander. She'll bring it up the court. Hello, Michelle Carney, who walks in the house. She's taking pictures tonight. 7:40 in the first. We're just underway. And here's Alexander. And now up top, a walk on the floor. And that was Latimer, apparently, who walked. And Howe will take over possession, 7:31. First turnover of the game, and here comes Tegan Stubblefield having to wear a mask tonight. She'll flip it down inside, and that one's over the head of the intended Stewart and taken the other way. A jump stop shot in the middle of the lane, that's no good. Rebounded by Stubblefield. She'll bring it up the near court. The right side of the court now backs up the middle, almost walks and does. She's trying to pick it up above her head, and her pivot foot came up just a little bit.
Not good start here for the Lady Bulldogs. 2 turnovers off the first 3 possessions to start off the game.
Natalie Alexander will bring it up. She's at the top of the key, guarded by Stubblefield. A pass to the left, and a pass now underneath. Back to Alexander. Right elbow up off the front of the rim, rolls no good. Rebounded by Natalie Stewart. Tries to find somewhere to go, and finally does find Kendall Griffin to bring it up the right side, the sophomore. Back up to the top to Tegan Stubblefield. Top of the key, looking for somewhere to go, and finally finds Stewart at the high post, turning around, looking for somewhere to go. Finds Griffin, top of the key to the right side. Griffin back over to Landry Sanders on the left wing. Now over to Emery, and she'll shoot for 3, wide left, and snap shot goes out of bounds, and Whitewright will take over.
Had a good look, had an opening there, but just completely missed the left side of the rim there. Wide left.
And Alexander, the senior, will bring it up. Guarded by Stubblefield loosely. Cross dribbling from right to left. Now goes to the left wing, guarded by Stubblefield still. A pass underneath, guarded by Sanders, breaks it up. Emery snap, ends up with it, and a foul's called. And that might be on, is that going to be on, I think that's Sanders they're going to call that on.
I believe so, yeah, for first.
So an inbound, that's going to be on Whitewright.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
So here comes Stubblefield, middle of the key, over to right wing. Kendall Griffin, a pass underneath to Stewart, over her head, goes out of bounds. It's off the outstretched fingertips. She can't haul it in. And now Alexander will bring it up slowly to the right side of the court, top of the key. 5:48 to go in the first. No score here at Whitewright High School. There's a dribble to the left side of the lane. Jump stop shot, no good. Other way is Emery snap from Griffin. Layup, no good. That one's rebounded by Latimer. And she'll quickly get it over to the right side. That's a Sumpsow. He'll dribble to the right side. And she'll hand it off to a Sumpsow. There's 2 of them, appear to be twins. And loose ball foul. That's going to be called on, I believe, Kendall Griffin.
That is correct, on Kendall Griffin with the loose ball foul.
5:13 on the clock here in the first. No score at Whitewright High School. Whitewright and Howe. Long pass underneath. Turning around, trying to go up for it, and she's going to apparently, was she fouled there?
Yeah, it looks like Sanders got called for a little bit of a push, but Sanders had her her hands up, but just had a little bit too much body pushing the player out of the position there.
So that'll be the first foul on Landry Sanders. And here's Alexander going to the bucket off the glass, and no good. Rebounded by Griffin, coming the near side. Long pass for Emery Snap, who loses it between her legs. It's picked up going the other way. A loose ball. The Sumps go down to Alexander. Left-handed layup. She goes up for it, puts it up with the right hand. That's no good. Rebounded by Snap. And a foul is called. And it'll stay going the other way.
Both teams missing some opportunities in transition. I believe Snap, who missed it down here, and then missed down the other end by Whitewright.
Still no score. We're halfway through the first. There's a pass underneath. Shot off the front of the rim is no good by Alexander. Coming the near side is Griffin. Cross dribbling on Alexander. Top of the key now. Rolls over to the right wing. Still looking now in the middle of the lane. She's got Stewart back up top to Griffin. Stewart camping out in there in the middle of the lane. Now she'll get out for just a second. And 3 seconds was called there.
You called her right. You called her right then. Camped out, and
maybe they heard me. Maybe I need to be quiet on that.
Timeout
timeout's been called. 4:25. Well, let's talk about it. We don't have a score yet, gentlemen.
again, it's been turnovers on this end of the court for the Lady Bulldogs, and then just some missed shots there by Whitewright on the other end. I don't know if it's necessarily Lady Bulldogs have been playing great defense or just Whitewright's not able to put the ball in the hole.
Who's our leading scorer, Blizzard?
Nobody. We got 0-0. We got a turnover leading scorer, Alexander for Whitewright and Stubblefield for Howe.
So the teams come back out on the court. 4:25 left to go in the first. As Blizzard said, no score here in Whitewright. Young team for Howe anyway. Lots of sophomores. Now Whitewright, however, the Diasumskow are seniors. Alexander's a senior. Here's a high post. Turnaround gives. Top of the key. Diasumskow is going to drive the lane. Left side puts it up, and she's fouled. Does not connect on the bucket. And apparently that's going to be Emery Snap on the foul. Her first of the night.
Good job there by Isabella Diasumskow. My first stab at it. With the pump fake and then drive straight to the basket. Able to draw the foul and get to the line.
There's our first points of the night, gentlemen. It's a free throw by Diasumskow. With 4:05 left to go in the first, 1-0 Whitewright in the lead. Carson Grogan tonight operating the scoreboard and the board. Second shot bounces out, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. And a foul is going to be called on Whitewright. So a lot of whistles early on in this basketball game.
Well, Stewart got a good block out on that one and able to draw the foul due to her technique block out.
Ashton Long picks up her second foul of the game. And here's Howe and Landry Sanders with 3:53 left to go in the first. Down 1-0. Has an errant pass go off of Griffin, but Howe's going to retain the ball. And it's Reese Smith to inbound, and the ball gets away from her. Going the other way. A stop and a missed layup by Latimer, and a scramble forward underneath the bucket by Diasumskow. And I believe that's Griffin. And possession is going to go to Whitewright. 3:42 left to go in the first. 1-0. Lady Tigers in the lead over the Lady Bulldogs. Diasumskow is going to inbound pass to her sister, guarded by Smith. Cuts her off on the baseline. And a pass underneath to Alexander off the glass into the net. That's good. And the Lady Tigers extend the lead 3-0 with 3:30 left to go in the first. As Kendall Griffin, the sophomore, will bring it up for Howe. Guarded by Alexander on the right side, top of the key. Now a quick pass to Stewart, and another 3-second call was generated right there against Howe. And Whitewright's going to take it the other way.
I think that was on Lachey Thornton. Second time tonight they've called a 3-second call, so that's something that you don't see a lot, but apparently the officials are keeping an eye out for
and
that.
I didn't say anything that time. There's a quick pass underneath. And putting it up off the glass is good is Ashton Long to make it 5-0 Whitewright. Tegan Stubblefield, top of the key, picks up her dribble and now throws it over to Griffin, who's going to drive to the bucket. Puts it up on the runner off the rim and no good, but she was fouled. She does that a lot. Hardly any Lady Bulldog I've seen over the years attacks the bucket like Kendall Griffin does.
And I think that was good that she did that at a time where you're missing a bunch of shots. Griffin able to put the ball on the floor, get to the bucket, draw the foul, and a chance to go to the charity stripe, and at least put the Lady Bulldogs on the board here.
Down 5-0. Kendall Griffin's first shot, nothing but net.
And a week ago, last Friday, she had 34 points against the Bells Lady Panthers, and 15 of those were from the free throw line.
2:59 left to go. And the shot is good. So Howe cuts it to 3. You know, I asked Derek Lands about that because it did show up 34 points in the books, and he said it was off. It was really 28. So, but Blizzard, you usually keep stats over there.
I had her at 34.
Well, I'm going to go with that. 2:46 left to go here in the first. 5-2, Whitewright in the lead. Alexander left key, now over to the right side. The Diasumskow girls now play pass and catch to each other, and the pass gets away, but it's stolen away again by Whitewright. Diasumskow from one side and one sister to the other. Dribbling underneath, a great pass underneath. Alexander puts it up. It's going to be fouled by Stubblefield. The shot was no good, but Alexander will shoot here with 2:23 remaining in the first period, with Whitewright leading 5-2.
Great job there by Isabella de Assumpção with the backdoor pass there to Alexander. Alexander has been pretty active here in the first quarter, has some good looks, and finally gets, she's already hit one jumper today, hits the free throw there, got 3 points so far.
6-2, Whitewright in the lead. A chance to add another one here with Alexander towing the line. That one is also good, 7-2. Our new score with Stubblefield bringing it up the court. Griffin to her right. Stubblefield deep in the corner to Smith. She'll turn around and try to feed it inside to Stewart. It gets away from her and a foul is called. And I believe that's going to be on Ashton Long, and if it is, that's her third. And it's not. It's going to be called on Alice de Assumpção. So Smith will inbound. Quick to Stewart. Left elbow off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Snap. She'll turn and drive to the bucket. Puts it up. That one's also no good. It rolls out. And Stewart knocks it out of bounds. Right over the head. And apparently
she lost her glasses.
Snap, yeah. Glasses came off. So Whitewright will inbound here going the other way with the 7-2 lead over Howe with 2:03 left to go in the first. Alexander to bring it straight up the court, right up the middle, right on the W. On the far side, a pass down in the corner. De Assumpção guarded by Griffin, gets away. Griffin with a great strip. And then a fight for it, a scramble for it. It's going to go Howe's way on possession, as a foul is going to be called on De Assumpção, her first.
Well, it was a bad pass. I was trying to get it back door again to Alexander, and it got knocked away. Good defense on the back end by the Lady Bulldogs, and trying to recover from that, she got called for a foul.
Emily Snap, top of the key. Sanders in the corner, thought about the three, picked it up, feeds Snap underneath. It's going to be blocked away by Reagan Latimer, and it goes out of bounds. She just put her paw right on the ball, and Snap had it go straight down into the floor and out of bounds. De Assumpção will inbound to Alexander, who will bring it straight up the court with $1:30 left to go in the first. Whitewright leading Howe 7-2. Alexander looking for somewhere to go, goes to the right side, still dribbling, guarded by Stubblefield. Now comes back left side, didn't see anything over there. Sets up a new play, holds her hand in the air. 1:11 on the clock. Now in the corner, De Assumpção. She'll bring it up near side, dribbling left-handed. Now right side, going to the bucket, puts it up, nothing there. Rebounded by Griffin. Dribbling left-handed, crosses over to right, crosses back to left, crosses back over to right, back and forth. She'll bring up Stubblefield, top of the key, under a minute in the first. Left elbow for Stewart, turns, pivots, looks for Griffin, top of the right side of the key. Now over to Landry Sanders, 43 seconds remaining in the first. Howe trails 7-2, Landry Sanders left wing, a bounce pass to Griffin. Top of the key to the right side, 34 seconds, guarded by Alexander, and now over to Stubblefield. Top of the key, 29 seconds. Motioning for Sanders to come over. She tries to give it to her and stolen away by De Assumpção. On the other end is a layup, and that one's going to be good by Whitewright. And Alexander puts it through, and here comes Howe with 11 seconds, down 9-2. Stubblefield, top of the key. Right elbow to Stewart. Now Griffin, top of the key. She's going to drive to the bucket, turns, jumper, and that's no good, but she does draw the foul on Alexander. And very upset is David Guadiano, the head coach. He stomps his right foot on the floor.
I think he's upset because it was the waning seconds of the first quarter and trying not to draw a foul. And was wanting to put the pressure on the Lady Bulldogs to score. And Griffin able to draw the foul and will shoot free throws at the end of the first quarter.
Griffin spins the ball a little bit, and the shot is good. So all of Howe free throws have been on, or points so far are on Griffin free throws. Spins the ball again, a couple of times, toes the line, bounces 4 times very close to the floor, spins it again, and the next shot rims in and rims out, no good. And Howe has a 9-3, or Whitewright rather, has a 9-3 lead timeout, or actually the end of the first quarter, will go into the second quarter. Justin, not a lot of action so far.
It was some turnovers by the Lady Bulldogs, and the offense, there's a lot of ball movement, a lot of ball screens, but it's pretty good defense here so far by the Lady Tigers. Just not a lot of good looks, and what looks they have, they've always been contested by the Lady Tigers. I think you can tell this is a young team that's still trying to find their way.
Coach Land said in 2 years this team should be pretty good. You gotta remember that Natalie Stewart is a sophomore, Kendall Griffin is a sophomore, Emery Snap is a sophomore, Reese Smith is a sophomore. You've also got Presley Shockey, who we haven't seen yet, but we will. She's a freshman. So a lot of talent, and I'm not sure, Lachey Thornton, I'm not sure what class she's in, but obviously not a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of youth. Future's bright for this team. 7:56 on the clock here in the second. There's a pass from Stubblefield to Griffin, right wing. A pass underneath. Stubblefield gets away. She has to try to save it, and is taken away by Dia Sumpsau. From one side to the other, she'll pull up on the right wing. Now dribble to the top, guarded by Griffin. Will dribble left side. Thinks about driving the lane. She's cut off there. Kicks it out right wing. Driving in, the ball gets away. And now Dia Sumpsau left corner. Alexander left wing, guarded by Stubblefield. A long three, in and out, no good. And Whitewright's able to get their own rebound. Now a long three by Dia Sumpsau is short, and apparently a foul is called.
On the three-point attempt? Wow.
So Dia Sumpsau will get 3 attempts right here at free throws. This is Isabella. And the first one bricks off the back of the rim and no good. Still 9-3. Whitewright in the lead, 7-11 left to go here in the second. Second shot is good. It's really hard to tell the Dia Sumpsau girls apart. They wear 10 and 11, and their hair is just long enough to cover their numbers.
And they look the exact same.
They are.
Even the black knee braces are identical.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to tell them apart. Third shot is good. So 2 out of 3 for Dia Sumpsau, 11-3. Whitewright extends their lead over Howe, 7:06 left to go in the second. A pass over to the left side. And going the other way on the errant pass is Alexander. Right-handed layup. That one's good, 13-3.
Blizzard, how many turnovers is that? You know yet?
Howe has had 8 turnovers.
8 turnovers here. 6:48 to go in the first half, and been 8 turnovers so far. And I say that because the last pass was knocked away, and a point to the end for the Lady Tigers.
And that was Gentry Doty into the game for Howe. First action we've seen from her tonight. 6:48 left to go in the second quarter, 13-3. Whitewright in the lead. We're going to take a quick timeout.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barber Shop.
6:48 left to go in the second. Howe trails Whitewright 13-3. Tegan Stubblefield, right side to Kendall Griffin, right wing. Thornton into the game. She tries to set a pick on Alexander, does. Griffin drives the bucket, goes up, no good. No foul call. Griffin wanted the foul, didn't get it, and it goes down as a turnover, and Whitewright will take it under the basket going the other way.
Give credit to Griffin, trying to attack the basket, trying to draw the foul, just couldn't get it there. I thought there was contact as well.
Alexander will bring it up court, top of the key, guarded by Stubblefield, now right wing. Went to Long, now in the corner to Latimer. Latimer will try to drive the bucket, puts it up off. No, it's nothing but net. And Whitewright extends the lead 15-3 with 6:16 left to go in the second. Coming down the court is Stubblefield. To Doty on the left wing, looking underneath, back to Landry Sanders, and she is fouled by Ashton Long, and that could be her third, I believe. And
That will be her third.
So Sanders will toe the line, looking for Howe's 4th point of the game, and somebody other than Kendall Griffin to put it through the net. Sanders' shot, a high arching shot, is through. And Howe's 4th point comes via Landry Sanders at the line, 15-4. Howe trails Whitewright, 6:05 left to go in the second. Sanders to shoot her second shot here. Thornton in the game, Stubblefield, Stewart, and Griffin. That one's rimmed off the back and rebounded by Whitewright. Via Sumsound going the other way. Right wing brings it up to the middle of the key. Now over to Alexander, driving the left side of the lane, puts it up, and that's no good. Rebounded by Stewart for Howe, or Stubblefield rather. And she'll bring it up quickly, looking for somewhere to go with it. Thornton underneath the basket, but Stubblefield's going to shoot the three. It's short, it hits nothing, and it's going to end up in the lap of the official, who's going to give it to Whitewright going the other way. 5:40 on the clock.
I like the thought. She had on the fast break a little bit and able to stop, pull up, shoot the three, but just couldn't draw any iron.
So here's Alexander, who's played all the minutes so far, making a move on Stubblefield, puts it up and pops on the jumper, and that one looked pretty. 17-4, Whitewright in the lead, 5:17 left to go. Here's Sanders feeding Stewart underneath, turns around, jumps, and that one's no good. It'll end up with Stubblefield, top of the key, Griffin right wing, guarded by Alexander. Gets a screen by Thornton as Griffin has it stolen away from her by Via Sumsound, going the other way. Middle of the lane, now kicks it out to her sister. A long shot for two is no good. Rebounded by Stubblefield, but it's knocked out of her hands by Latimer, and Howe will have possession.
Look for the Lady Bulldogs, the Lady Tigers, when they've gotten turnovers, gotten steals, they haven't been able to convert on the other end. Otherwise, this game would be a lot more than, it's already down by 13. It'd be more than that if they could convert on the other end.
And here is Griffin to Thornton over in the corner to Stubblefield. They'll kick it up top of the key. A long three by Griffin, rolls in, rolls out. Going to be rebounded by Whitewright, knocked away by Thornton, a scramble for it, but it ends up in Dia Sumsound's hands, a right-handed layup. She's cut off by Stubblefield. Now Alexander for the long three, and that one's good, 20-4. Whitewright extends the lead, and it's starting to be a big lead.
Natalie Alexander is starting to feel it too.
She's made her last 5 shots.
She's got 13, I believe, so far. My math is correct.
4:10 on the clock, 20-4, Whitewright in the lead. Stewart fed underneath, turnaround jumper, no good. It's nothing. Thornton with the rebound, however, kicks it back to Stewart. She's fouled as she shoots, but it's no good, and she will toe the line. 4 minutes on the clock.
Good hustle there by Thornton to get the rebound, not fall out of bounds, and able to dish it off to Stewart just at the last minute. Stewart able to draw the foul and go to the charity stripe.
So here's Stewart's first shot. That one is good. At halftime, we will have a chit-chat with Howe's brand new athletic director and head football coach, Lance Bryant. So he'll step on over here in 4 minutes. We'll get to talk to him about his philosophy of being a new athletic director for the very first time. Here's Stewart's second shot, rolls, bounces off the glass and into the bucket. And now Howe has a 20-6 deficit to climb out of. All points on free throws, is that right?
I believe so.
Yes.
3:57 on the clock as Alexander will bring it up the floor. Right side, dribbles towards the bucket, a jumper at right elbow off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Presley Shockey into the freshman. Seeing action for the first time tonight. A long pass Griffin to snap, and she will shoot it off the rim, no good, but she's fouled and will shoot two. It'll be against Zoe, that'll be against Reagan Latimer, her first foul of the night.
That's the only way Lady Bulldogs have been able to draw points, because every shot is pretty much contested, is to try to get to the free throw line, get them in foul trouble. They're in the bonus right now, but they got to convert at the line if they're going to stay in this game. Just to keep it even close. Right now they're down by 14.
Snaps, first shot, bounces off the back of the rim. Second shot is good. 20-7, all points for Howe on free throws. 3:38 left to go in the second. 20-7, Whitewright in the lead. Alexander will bring it up top of the key, guarded by Griffin, makes a great move on her and tries to be cute and kick a pass across the lane, and now Dia Sumsau, a long three, rebounded by Shockey. Alexander should have just gone up for the layup, but she pulled it. 3:15 on the clock, and here's Kendall Griffin, trapped in the corner. And Dia Sumsau a fight for it, and she's going to walk as she scrambled for the basketball. A great effort, but when she got it, she rolled a little bit.
Yeah, great effort, and it was either going to be a travel or her ponytail was laying out of bounds. So one of the two was going to happen. There was
What
going
is
to be
the rule there?
I know, I wondered that too.
If your hair's out of bounds, is it out of bounds? Sanders kicks it in to Kendall Griffin with 3:07 left to go in the second. As Griffin will make a move on the bucket. She'll drive left side, now in the corner is Snap. Back to Griffin. Griffin top of the key to Landry Sanders. Drives to the bucket, stops, jumps. That one's no good. Rebounded by Latimer. A long pass down to Alexander. Right-handed layup, and that was just no good. Pressure from Griffin, and now Thornton comes down with it. Griffin will bring it up the middle of the court. 2:36 left to go in the first half. A kick out to Snap for three, and that one's off the back of the rim and no good. Landry Sanders with the runner, and a foul is called on the right side as she tried to go up with it. And she'll shoot here. It's the third foul for Isabella Dia Sumsau with 2:28 left to go in the half. And Sanders will try to add some more free throws, as that's the only way Howe's getting any points.
So their field goal percentage right now is 0%.
Free throw percentage, however, as
Is better.
Sanders hits the front end there.
They are now 8 of 11 at the free throw line.
What about from the field? Do you have that? It's 0 for a lot.
Yeah, it's
Second shot rims in and out, rebounded by Snap. Turns around, puts it up off the side of the backboard. Griffin thought about the three for a moment, now kicks it out to Sanders. Quick pass underneath to Thornton, turn around, a jumper which is blocked. No foul call, it goes out of bounds, and Howe will retain possession.
Not sure how that's not a foul.
I don't either.
Thornton got assaulted down there in the low block.
Sanders to quick pass it in, 2:15 left. Got to go somewhere, and now Stewart with the jumper. That one's off the glass and good, and Howe has their first field goal of the evening with 2:08 left to go in the first half.
I like that mid-range jumper. Looked like Tim Duncan and banking it off the square.
20-10 now the score. Lady Tigers above the Lady Bulldogs. Here's Alexander, left elbow jumper. That one's good. Impressive, 22-10. Whitewright in the lead. Under 2 minutes now. Griffin uncontested, bringing it straight up the court. Now left side, left wing, 1:45 on the clock. A quick pass underneath to Stewart, turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Thornton, but it gets away from her, and Dia Sumsau has it. She'll bring it up the right side of the court, guarded by Thornton. Dribbling right-handed towards the corner, now top of the key. Over in the corner to Alexander, runs to the bucket, puts it up off the back of the rim. That's no good, rebounded by Snap. Here comes Griffin with a buck 17 rather, left to go before the half. Griffin dribbling on the right wing, now a quick pass right-handed over to Landry Sanders, and a whistle, which is going to be 3 seconds in the lane again. That's the third time Howe has been called for 3 seconds. Something that the boys might want to look out for is that these officials have called 3 seconds so far tonight.
Again, that's something you don't see a lot unless it's just, you're camping out right there, and apparently the Lady Bulldogs are. And I think all three times it's been called, it's been on the Lady Bulldogs. I don't think the Lady Tigers have had any 3-second calls.
1:08 before half. Again, here in a minute, 8 seconds, we're going to talk to Howe's brand new head football coach, Lance Bryant, who's talking to Zach Cater right now. His presumed offensive coordinator. Howe was ranked 9th all time in offense. Matter of fact, they were ranked about 4th or 5th all year until the last few games of the season, which pushed them down to 9th. Mm-hmm. And some wondered if Zach Cater was still getting to make the calls at the end of the year that pushed him down.
Well, Howe Cater stays around, and I know that the defense, being Coach Bryant being a defensive guy, I'm sure he'll have his fingerprints on this defense for sure.
Quick inbounds. There's a minute 5 left before the half. Alexander will bring it up uncontested and will be content with running this thing down. She's all alone. Stubblefield now comes out just a little bit to guard her. As Alexander will bring it to the middle of the lane, makes a move on Stubblefield, cross dribble across again. Stubblefield thought about going to the bucket. Now she does and turns around and kicks it out. A long shot's going to be contested, brought down by Griffin. Taking it down the court, right side, 36 seconds. Goes to the bucket, up, and that one's no good off the rim. No foul call. There was a lot of contact there. 28 seconds left to go in the second. Whitewright on top, 22-10. Dia-Sumsau, right side, guarded by Griffin on the right wing. Now comes to the middle of the court with 17 seconds. Thought about going to the right side corner. It gets away. Stubblefield, a quick pass to Griffin. Right side, headed towards the bucket. It's knocked away, and a foul is called. As it looked like a clean knock from Alexander, but a foul is going to be called, and they called it on, it appears, on Reagan Latimer.
Yeah, because it was a clean block by Alexander, so the foul had to be on someone else.
But good job by Griffin to knock that away down on the defensive end and then take it coast to coast, draw the foul.
Griffin will shoot here with 8.9 seconds left to go before the half. First shot off the front of the rim and no good. Stewart and Snap to rebound. Stubblefield and Sanders in the backcourt. 8.9 on the clock. Griffin's second shot after a spin and a dribble is right through the middle of the net. And Howe now trails 22-11 with 7.4 on the clock. A long snap, a long pass, and now a long shot. Dia-Sumsau off the back of the glass and no good. And our halftime score is 22-11. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GZEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Well, we're at the half. 7:23 is what we have left before we get going here in a moment. But we have a pretty good halftime show interview for you. 22-11, Whitewright in the lead right now. But we have Howe's brand new athletic director, head football coach, Lance Bryant. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How has it been so far? Are you getting settled in? I think you've got to meet the kids. How's that going?
You know, it's been good. Like a lot of it right now, this early part is just kind of getting to know like how everything's going here and how things have been done and the things that I think need to be changed in the short term and the long term, you know. And I think I have a pretty good idea of some stuff that I want to do pretty quickly. But you know, it's a process, and we're not there at the complete change everything right away. But you know, it's been good, and there's been a lot of things that I've seen that I think we can do and do a lot better.
How much time have you been able to spend with the kids so far?
Not as much as I would like, you know, and so you know, this early time there's a lot of things that need to get done and a lot of conversations that need to be had, and I need to meet a lot of people to find out, you know, what all we can do and how I can help them, you know, with the program and everything. And so I've been in the athletic periods in the morning every day, and I've been in the athletic period in the afternoon, but you know, I definitely want to spend more time talking to those guys and that's the biggest part of the job is these kids, and I want to invest in those guys, and I haven't felt like I've been able to do as much as I want, and so I'm looking forward to getting everything more settled in so I can concentrate on them a lot more.
Have you had a chance to visit with any of the coaches that are here and kind of find out what they're about?
I've gotten a chance to meet all of them, and I've got to see a lot of what they can do, and there's a lot of good guys that can do a lot of things, and I've sat down with a few of them one-on-one and got to pick their brain and give them an idea of what I'm all about and kind of how I see the direction of the program going more under new leadership, and they've been good, and I think they've been constructive, and I think they're really get a better chance to understand what I'm all about.
First job as an athletic director. You come in, here we are at basketball season. Have you seen any of the? I guess you've seen any of the games so far. This will be your first game, right?
Yeah, this is my first chance to get to see everybody like in a competition, and so I've seen them work out. I've seen them practice a little bit, but I want to see how the kids compete and how they respond to what's going on, and that'll help me understand some ways that I think we can tweak and push them to do a little bit better. But I haven't. This is my first time to see anything, and so I'm excited to see what they can do.
Have you been able to sleep?
It's been. I was talking, with some other guys that have been in the same situation as I am, and I asked them. I was like, "Hey, when you first kind of got going, did you forget to eat?" and a lot of them said the same thing. They said, "Yeah." And so I'm not into intermittent fasting or anything like that. I like to eat like everybody does, and I found out a couple days. I was like, I ate breakfast, and I looked up. It's like, man, I haven't eaten. It's late at night, and so, but then I make up for it with dinner. So, but yeah, there's sleeping is kind of the same way. I toss and turn. I'm just excited. This is a dream, and I don't want to waste it. I want to make sure I do everything I can, and my mind's racing all the time about all the stuff I want to do and where I want to go and how I want to get there, and but I don't feel tired at all. So the adrenaline's keeping me way okay.
The coaching profession is like a cult. Everybody knows everything. Everybody knows where somebody's going and what job somebody's getting, even before sometimes their wives know. How much support are you getting from that industry? And I have a feeling you're getting a lot of phone calls and a lot of congratulations from people in the business.
And it's like we talked about, the last time we spoke. I've been all over the state, and my college has produced a lot of coaches, and so I know a lot of people, and fortunate to do that. And so my phone's been buzzing nonstop ever since the news got out, and with social media and stuff like that, news travels really fast. And you're right, coaches know everybody. It really doesn't matter who you are in this profession. There's a guy that I can call that probably knows a guy that knows you, and that's true for everybody. And that's why it's so important to have a reputation that you can really hang your hat on, because whatever you are, everybody else is going to find out.
So how different right now? You just got here. How different is Howe from Sanger?
They actually have a lot of similarities. They're not that far apart in size, and the kids in Sanger do everything. We push the same things there that we're going to push here, and they're in a similar situation we were in when I got there, and there's no school's perfect, and so I'm not going to act like Sanger doesn't have its problems too, but sometimes being able to identify a problem and being able to do something about it are different. And so one of the things that I know about some of the problems at some of the other schools that I've had or that I've seen are some of the problems I want to make sure we don't have here. And so being in a position to help mitigate some of that is something that I look forward to.
Justin's with me on Friday nights. He's seen a lot of high school football games in Howe, and this is your third head coach for Howe. Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, with Howe being on a 22-game losing streak, 2 consecutive over 10 seasons, how was that? Did you look at that as more of a challenge? Say, hey, I want to go in there and rebuild that. What were your thoughts on that when you looked at this program?
One of the biggest things that was attractive to me was whenever we played them the last couple of years, I thought there's a lot of pieces here that can do a lot of things, and every coach thinks they can fix everything, and I'm like that too. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong, but I do believe that. And I think there's a lot of things that we can do to maximize, some athletic potential and push these kids to go in a better direction. And I also know that, when I was researching the school over the last couple years, I know that the leadership that's here understands what it takes, for a program to get going in the right direction. And so I felt a lot of support from everybody that I've talked to, and that there's a lot of good advice, and I think all the elements are there for it to get turned around.
And I think you're in an opportunity where you could be quote unquote turn around Tony in a hurry. I don't know if anybody's told you or not, but you have your whole offensive line coming back. You have your all-time leading quarterback and your receivers and all that stuff coming back. So it's set up pretty good for you.
And you're dropping down to Division II.
all of those things are definitely things that I definitely knew when I submitted my resume. I knew there was a chance for a lot of good things, going forward. And but at the end of the day, got to go get some results, and it doesn't matter what's on paper. We got to make it happen.
Coach, I appreciate it, and I look forward to visiting with you over the next 10, 15, 20 years here in Howe, and I know we'll have a great relationship over that, and I can't wait. Your first win, we'll get to turn on the victory light, and it'll be a double whammy for everybody.
I can't wait.
That'll be fun.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Coach. 22-11, and we're just about ready for action again here at Whitewright. Thank you, Coach. And the Lady Bulldogs back out on the court, and Whitewright making their way back out.
Look forward to football yet?
Boy, doesn't that get your juices going?
It does.
For the pigskin. He's just a little bit ready there.
He is.
7:59 left to go as we just start the third quarter. And there's a pass underneath and a great play by Whitewright, but off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Thornton for Howe. And here goes Howe the other way. Griffin with the ball in her hands. Top of the key, Landry Sanders to her right. In the corner is Gentry Doty. And Sanders will bring it to the top of the key. Dribble to the middle of the lane. Off the glass. That one is good. 22-13. Howe cuts the lead to 9 with 7:34 left to go here in the third period. And Alexander for Whitewright will bring it up the middle of the court, top of the key. Dia Sumsow to the right, switches with her sister. And a pick on Griffin as Alexander drives the bucket, and a foul is going to be called on Tegan Stubblefield. And that will be, I believe, is that a, no, they're not, who did they call that on? They called that on Thornton?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, that's her first. Here's Alexander shooting about a 12-footer. That one's no good. Gentry cannot come up with the rebound, but Landry Sanders does. And here goes Griffin, right side of the key. Now top of the key, dribbling left-handed towards the left side. She'll switch with Stubblefield, who thought about driving the lane. Now she kicks it out to Doty. Doty will make a move underneath the basket. Can't come up with it. Rebounded by Thornton. Put back up, no good. Rebounded by Thornton again. Put back up, draws the foul.
No, I think they're calling a jump ball on that one.
Wow.
I know. Thornton got a rebound, put it up, and I thought maybe he got hit by the arms, but apparently they thought it was a jump ball.
Thornton underneath, and now is a foul going to be called?
Travel by Thornton.
Oh, my. She backed into what looked like Latimer. I thought they were going to get Latimer on a foul, but ball's going to go the other way on a travel. 6:44 left to go in the third. 22-13, Whitewright in the lead. Alexander, a quick pass in the middle, knocked away by Doty. And now Latimer, top of the key to Alexander. She'll drive to the left side. Left-handed layup, that's no good. Rebounded by Griffin. Griffin pulls it down, dribbles up to the right side. Now she'll take it all the way in, turn around, and the Whitewright crowd wanted to walk. Nothing called. Went up for a shot. It just kind of went up for a few feet, came back down into the hands of Whitewright. And now it'll be Long dribbling to the bucket on the left side. Goes off of her foot. Ends up in the lap of Thornton, who throws it away. Doty comes up with it. That pass is stolen away, but Howe's going to retain possession. It's time to calm down a little bit here.
Some lazy passes after the steal by the Lady Bulldogs. Luckily, it gets knocked out of bounds by Dia Sumko, and then Lady Bulldogs can hopefully reset here. They're down by 9. They're still within striking distance here.
6:17 on the clock. Stubblefield, middle of the key, pass out left to Landry Sanders. She'll bring it top of the key. Now to Griffin, right wing. Bring it towards the middle. She'll switch places with Stubblefield. Now a pass to Stubblefield, right wing. Switching places with Griffin, top of the key. Now Sanders will shoot for 3 from left wing. That's no good, off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Long. And now Dia Sumsow will bring it up to the right side. 5:49 on the clock here in the third. Alexander, top of the key, guarded by Griffin, makes a move on her, goes to the left elbow. Now a pass to the corner by Long, and the shot is long. Rebounded offensively by Dia Sumsal. A pass to Alexander, middle of the lane, jumper, good. 24-13. 5:27 left to go in the third. Griffin, middle of the key. Sanders thought about the three. It was stripped away from her for a second into the hands of Griffin. She's driving to the bucket, kicks it out to Doty, thought about the three, switches places with Griffin. Top of the key now, guarded by Alexander. Turns around, goes up for the left-handed kind of sky hook shot. That's no good. And Whitewright comes down with it. Alexander to Latimer, who had to turn around at the last second just to see the pass coming her way. And now in the corner, Long driving the baseline, and she's going to be fouled by Sanders, who got her on the hip check right out of bounds. It's the second foul by Sanders.
You got to get the ball out of Natalie Alexander's hands. You got to make the other four girls beat you, because Alexander with 17 is doing it all tonight.
Dia Sumsal, top of the key, quick pass underneath, and what looked like all ball by Jessica Doty is going to be actually a foul as she blocked the ball, but again, it's not on Doty. That one's going to be on Stubblefield. I'm seeing it all wrong down here from the officials. Hey guys, the black and white, you're wearing our colors.
That's the second on Stubblefield.
4:44 on the clock here in the third. Missing the front end. Dia Sumsal makes the back end. 25-13. Whitewright in the lead. Here comes Griffin. Down the court. Middle of the lane. Stolen away by Dia Sumsal. Now a scramble and a fight for it. Griffin goes for the tackle just near midfield. Suit her up.
Man, Coach Bryant, he's got to be watching, thinking, I may need an extra linebacker or safety.
I'm going to tell you.
As Griffin laid the wood there on Dia Sumsal. Dia Sumsal is feeling it here as she's holding her right ear.
And Derek Lands is very unhappy about something on that.
He's unhappy because the loose ball they gave the Whitewright coach the timeout.
I'm going to tell you, I don't recall any Lady Bulldog over the years as scrappy and tough as Kendall Griffin.
I agree with you. She
even,
looks for contact.
She does look for contact. And even Jenna Honore.
I was going to say, Jenna Honore may have something to say about that, but I agree, though. She's
Jenna
scrappy.
Was great at drawing charges, but I don't know that Jenna looked to tackle anybody at any time.
Right.
Kendall Griffin will actually go dive at somebody. It's uncanny. I really wonder if she could play cornerback.
Well, you like that she's not afraid to get on the floor and go after loose ball. You like that kind of hustle and that enthusiasm.
4:28 on the clock. And Dia Sumsal going to drive to the bucket. A good pass, but it gets away. It's deflected by Howe and goes out of bounds. It was a good thought, but it just gets away. Dia Sumsal will inbound, guarded by Stubblefield. Pass in the corner, Alexander drives baseline, jumper, that one's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, however, in the middle of the lane, kicking it back out, Dia Sumsal. She's going to drive to the bucket, and she's fouled hard by Thornton. And speaking of tackling.
Man, that may have been worse than the Griffin one. Thornton just fell right on top of her. Well, Griffin got a bit on the pump fake as a Sumsal drove to her left, and Thornton was trying to play from behind there and fell on top of her as she went to the basket.
Inbound pass, long pass to Alexander, top of the key. She's guarded by Griffin. Now a pass underneath this Dia Sumsal. Left elbow, a pass across the lane, and a foul is going to be called on Doty. Or is it? Or is it on Sanders again?
I thought it was on Doty.
That one's going to be on Doty. And Emery Snap will check in for her with 4 minutes left to go in the third. Whitewright leading 25-13. Stubblefield, the guard on the inbound. Dia Sumsal. A loose ball, but it's picked up by Whitewright. Now into the arms of Alexander. Top of the key, guarded by Griffin. Trying to make a move on her. Nicely guarded, but she does get around Griffin. Left-handed layup, put up, and that's good. 27-13, a nice move by Alexander on the left side of the lane.
That's 19 points for Alexander so far.
The right side to Stubblefield on the wing. She'll bring it to the top of the key. Picks up her dribble and now hands it over to Griffin. 3:32 on the clock here in the third. Griffin guarded by Alexander. Thought about driving to the lane. Cut her dribble to the right side. Kicks it out to Landry Sanders. Right wing. Now she's going to take off to the middle, and she's fouled by Dia Sampson. 3:20 on the clock. Not in the bonus.
That's the first team foul against Whitewright. You're 3:20 left in the third quarter. You're down by 14. You'd like to try to get this thing down to within 10, maybe 9 or 10 by the fourth quarter.
Sanders looking to inbound, does the snap. It gets away from her, and now a scramble for it. They're going to tie it up, and possession will go to, of course, Whitewright. It's been kind of that night tonight. Dia Sampson will get it into Alexander. 3:14 left to go in the third. Clock can't go fast enough here. Guarded by Griffin. Alexander bumps into Dia Sampson and almost goes backcourt, and now a wild errant throw will go out of bounds as Alexander was trying to save it, and now somehow it's going to say it went off of Howe. The pass went off of Howe, and Derek Lands again is hot. Because I didn't see it go that way, and obviously Lands didn't either.
There's no way it went off Howe. She just threw it.
So Whitewright retains possession with Alexander top of the key, guarded by Griffin. Dia Sampson left wing, guarded by Sanders now. Deep ball, Alexander, and a foul is called before the shot against Whitewright. So Howe will have possession.
Moving screen, it was the call there.
It's going to be called on Ashton Long. It's her fourth foul of the game.
Good thing for that foul, because I thought that was going to be on Alexander and going to the line to shoot three. And she's pretty deadly at the line.
And Coach David Guadiano is still questioning the official over that moving screen. And here's Stubblefield bringing it down the middle of the court. Long pass in the corner to Sanders. Feeds underneath to Stewart, and a foul's going to be called there. Dia Sampson will pick up a foul. Or no, they're going to call that on Stratton. Zoe Stratton, her second foul. Here's a pass underneath quickly to Emery Snap, who puts it up. And that one's good, which brings us to 27-15 with 2:28 left to go in the third. Alexander, guarded by Griffin, top of the key. Slowly walking the ball, getting the pick by Dia Sampson. Now Latimer will feed Alexander, corner off the side of the glass, rebounded by Snap into the arms of Sanders. A long pass to Griffin, who goes up for it, draws the foul, of course, or does she? Is it a charge?
They called a charge.
She went in hard, as she typically does, and this time she's going to be charged with the charge.
I like the aggressiveness. She wanted to draw the foul and go straight to the cup, but maybe just a little out of control as she just lowered her shoulder and drew the charge.
2 minutes left to go in the third. 27-15, Whitewright in the lead. Alexander will dribble to the right side, right wing. Now top of the key. Dia Sampson to the other Dia Sampson on the left wing. A quick pass underneath, a nice block away by Stewart, and it gets away into the arms of Dia Sampson, who saves it. Whitewright again with the possession as Howe almost had it, but couldn't get it in their grasp. Alexander resets top of the key, a buck 30 left to go in the third. Up 27-15, she drives the lane, left elbow jumper, no good. But a foul is called.
Man, missed opportunity right there as the ball went out of bounds right there in front of the Whitewright bench. And twice they almost went out of bounds, and Lady Bulldogs couldn't get their hands on it. And it got a new possession for the Lady Tigers, and it results in Natalie Alexander drawing the foul and going to the line and hitting the first free throw.
Boy, she doesn't take any time at the line, does she? She's just going to get the ball and shoot.
No time to think about it. Think long, think wrong.
28-15, Whitewright in the lead, 125 left to go in the third. Here's Alexander, bounce, 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 up shot. That's also good. Does not waste any time at the line.
She doesn't.
There's no Adrian Dantley there. There's a pass by Stubblefield in the corner, and Emery Snap wasn't ready for it. And it goes near the concession stand. And with about 17 left to go in the third, Whitewright will bring it up the court, leading 29-15. Alexander, top of the key, guarded by Stubblefield. She'll move down to the wing and switch places with Dia Samsa. Double dribble as she.
I'm about to say.
She was dribbling right-handed, put her left hand on the ball, and kept dribbling. Can't do that. They teach that like in third grade youth basketball.
And I think she knew it and was hoping nobody saw it, but
it was very obvious.
Sanders inbound to Stubblefield to bring it up. We're under a minute left to go in the third. Whitewright on top, 29-15, and for a moment there it looked like a steal by Latimer, but it goes out of bounds as Stubblefield was trying to get it to Smith. Smith to inbound. She'll give it to Sanders, top of the key, we're under a minute. She'll dribble to the left elbow, now kicks it out. Stubblefield, right wing behind the arc, tries to feed underneath. Natalie Stewart walked. She turned around and didn't dribble. And you can't do that. And Whitewright will take possession with 45 seconds remaining in the third.
How many turnovers is that now, Blizzard?
Let me calculate.
You got time.
37 seconds left to go in the third.
13 turnovers for Howe so far.
Stubblefield guarded by Alexander. A quick pass underneath. That was no good by Stratton. Rebounded by Sanders. Quickly going the other way. Right-handed layup is up, and that one's good. Howe's got 17, but Whitewright's 29 with 15 seconds left to go in the third. Slowing it down is Dia Samsa. She'll switch with Alexander, top of the key, guarded by Stubblefield. 6 seconds on the clock. Driving to the bucket is Alexander, underneath pass to Stratton. She puts it up, and it's going to be fouled by Smith, I believe, or is no. That's going to be, it's not on Griffin.
It's on Smith.
It's on Smith.
Well, that's what you do when you have a great player like Natalie Alexander, who's got 21 points so far. She draws the defense in and is just able to bounce past it, dish it off right there to Stratton, who's able to draw the foul and hits her first free throw.
And her first free throw is good, making it 30-17. Whitewright with 2.3 seconds left to go in the third. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. A long pass to Stubblefield, but no chance to get off the shot. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. It is fourth quarter basketball time in Texas. In Whitewright, Texas, and Howe trails the Lady Tigers 30-17 as we enter the final stanza here in the Whitewright town. Dia Samsa, actually it's going to be Landry Sanders to inbound here as Howe will have possession. Into the game is Griffin, Stubblefield, Doty, and Thornton. Stubblefield dribbling right-handed now is going to attack the basket left-handed. Ends up in the lap of Griffin, who puts it up on the runner. That's no good. She's going to get her own rebound way up top along the right wing. She'll pass in the corner to Doty, who shoots the three. It's short, rebounded by Stratton. And now it ends up in the arms of who you don't want it to if you're a Lady Bulldog fan, and that is Natalie Alexander, who has dominated this basketball game tonight for Whitewright. Makes a move on Griffin now, top of the key. She is very athletic. A pass to the left side, coming to the middle of the lane is Latimer. It's going to be blocked by Thornton, who makes an aggressive move to tie up the game, the ball rather. And both Thornton and Latimer kind of look at each other strangely. It's going to be Whitewright's ball. Dia Samsel guarded by Tegan Stubblefield, who's masked up tonight. A pass underneath. Latimer off the glass, no good. She was guarded by Doty, who fell down. And now a bounce pass to Alexander, middle of the lane. That one's good. Alexander's just very impressive. She can play at the next level, I believe.
I wonder if she's got any offers to the next level.
She cuts very well without the basketball.
Doty for three from the corner, nothing but net. The first three bomb for Howe, and that makes it a 12-point game, 32-20. 6:42 left to go in the game. Alexander guarded by Griffin on the near side. We're in the corner. And there's Dia Samsel. She looks like she was going to dribble through the middle of the lane, but was cut off by Doty and Sanders on the combo. A bounce pass underneath and a travel is going to be called on Latimer, which will give the ball to Howe, and Griffin will inbound to Stubblefield. With 6:23 left to go in the game, as Whitewright leads 32-20. Stubblefield will bring it up unchallenged. Dribbles towards the right corner, now middle of the lane. Jumper in the middle. That one is good. A nice drive by Stubblefield to take it upon herself to attack the bucket. Now it's a 10-point game with 6:03 left. Alexander, the best player on the court with the ball in her hands. She'll dribble to the left side. She attacks the bucket, now tries to a bounce pass across the lane, which is kicked. Now it's back in her hand. She goes up off the glass. That one's good. Alexander just took over. 5:45 left to go. Quickly down the court is Stubblefield. Top of the key, guarded by Dia Samsel. Now Thornton, left side. And a steal by Alexander. It gets away from her into the arms of Stubblefield. Into the corner to Sanders. She thought about the three, dribbled up for a moment, and is going to be
Traveled.
She traveled.
It's a strange vantage point. We got a water cooler right on her face here. It's kind of hard to see down in the corner. 5:20 left to go in the game. It's a 12-point game with Whitewright on top, as Alexander will dribble to the right side, guarded by Griffin. She'll now try to dribble to the middle of the court, middle of the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Long shot by Long. That one's going to be short, however. Rebounded by Sanders. Left-handed dribbling quickly down the court, down by 12. Sanders cut off at the baseline. Quick pass, Doty, middle of the lane. She goes up. Thought she was going to be fouled. She was not. It's going the other way with Alexander. One-on-one with Stubblefield. A quick pass across the middle. That one is no good, and it goes out of bounds. It was a nice pass by Alexander to Dia Samsel, but she couldn't connect and follow through.
I tell you, if Lady Natalie Alexander, if you're open, she's going to find you. And the Lady Tigers have missed a lot of chippies from up close.
She's a great passer. When she dribbles down and the Lady Bulldogs come out to get her, she just dishes it. Just the Lady Tigers aren't making the shot.
She got great vision.
4:43 as a timeout's been called, as the Lady Bulldogs trail 34-22. Hopefully our audio is going okay. We've, like I said, we've made some adjustments. We got a brand new board.
I like this.
It's an upgrade. There's actually some sound effects. If we could have, we could have some echo and all kinds of crazy stuff on there.
Something to work on during the off season. Huh?
So, a matter of fact, I wonder if it's not going to work. It does. I've tested it a little bit though. It could get a little crazy. But the next game we'll have for you now, we've got it on a different YouTube set. So this YouTube game will end, and then we'll start a new one for the boys basketball game, which is coming up in 4 minutes and 43 seconds. We do have highlights of last year's game that we will play at the very beginning of that broadcast. It's difficult to listen to if you're a Howe fan, especially if you had a kid towing the line at the end of the game to win it, you thought. So.
We didn't have a lot of passion in that game. There wasn't, we weren't very excited.
Yeah, here's Stubblefield dribbling to the middle of the lane, puts up a jumper. That one's no good. Rebounded by Diaz-Samsel. And it goes out of bounds.
Foul on Stubblefield.
Again in the corner. I'm going to have to move that bucket. I can't see down there.
Unfortunately, we can't turn anymore, I don't think.
I wonder if they would allow me to back that bucket up just a little bit, so maybe I'm going to do that quietly before the next game. I'll see.
Just don't ask, just do it.
So the foul on the other end results in Diaz-Samsel missing the first one. She's going to be fouled. It was a shot where she missed it, and she went after her own rebound, and everybody else was standing there.
Man.
She was the only one that knew that
it was a 1-and-1.
And everybody else just stood there. She went after the rebound and ended up being fouled by Thornton. So now she's going to shoot two. She makes the first one.
And what's bad is that there were 4 Lady Bulldogs. There were no other Lady Tigers down there. It was 4 black jerseys down there. And Diaz-Samsel able to come up with the rebound and draw the foul.
There's the second shot. And, boy, that's not good. And here's Stubblefield. That's things to learn, though. As a young team, you learn those things. In the corner, again, we can't see, but
ball got thrown out of bounds and deflected off.
When it's down there, I'm just going to let you do play-by-play when it's down there.
Uh-oh.
Because I can't see.
Is Sanders inbounding right now?
And it's coming the other way. I know that. Diaz-Samsel. Top of the key, coming this way. She's going to shoot 3 off the right side of the rim. No good. Sanders comes up with the rebound. She quickly kicks it over to Griffin. Down by 14 is Howe with 4:03 left to go in the game. Griffin jump stop, thought about shooting. Sanders going to shoot 3 from the left elbow, or left wing rather. That one's no good. It comes down to the arms of Latimer, who tries to save it in bounds, but it's going to go Howe's way underneath the bucket on the right side. So Sanders to inbound. Looking for somewhere to go. Got to find somebody. You got to go. You got to throw it. There it is, Griffin, top of the key. She'll drive to the bucket, and she'll Superman her way into the lane. And it goes, the ball gets knocked away from her. But I asked her before the game, because Michelle Carney gets so many of those photos with Griffin flying through the air as she goes up for the layup, and the ball gets knocked out of her hands, which leaves her doing the Superman look. And she gets about 4 of those a game. So I asked her before the game how many Supermans are we going to get? And she was like, what is that? What are you talking about? And I showed her a picture. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm at least 3 or 4.
She goes in there with reckless abandon. She's no regard for her body and what injury she may sustain.
She makes the first of 2 free throws here to make it a 13-point game. She'll toe the line, 3:51 left to go in the game. Second shot for Griffin is off the left side of the rim. Rebounded by Latimer, and she'll bring it herself and almost walks. She did get it to Long. And a timeout, I believe, has been called by Whitewright with 3:40 left to go in the game. We're going to take a quick timeout.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. It's 4th quarter time with the Howe Lady Bulldogs. And there's 3:40 left to go in the game, 36-23. And we may have some guest play-by-play action going on. I don't know if we might get in trouble if we do that. So I don't want to get a player in trouble or anything. But Luke Lopez sitting next to me, thinking he can do this.
Okay.
I wouldn't dare give it to Clyde Campbell. That would never happen. But here's Tegan Stumblefield. And that goes off the glass, no good. A scramble for it. And who should we get? If we let somebody do play-by-play, would it be Luke Lopez or Clyde Campbell?
I mean, that's up to you. Both would be great.
I'd be scared to death to let Clyde Campbell even touch a microphone. Yeah. He used to do the PA for Howe Youth football.
Got some experience in, huh?
Yeah, I used to hear him from my yard. Yeah. So here's Dia Samsel. That one rims in and out. 3:31 left to go in the game as Mr. Austin Haley passes us. Second shot is good. Dia Samsel. Boys getting ready to play. Boys look to have a competitive game ahead of them with Whitewright. There's Griffin. Top of the key, dribbling left-handed towards the middle of the lane. She puts it up, does Superman again. 3:20 left to go, and I believe they're going to call a jump ball there.
Wow.
So Sanders will inbound.
Wow.
As I thought Griffin was going to be towing the line again, but here's Sanders looking for somewhere to go. Finds Griffin, middle of the lane. She drives and throws it up off the back of the rim and no good.
Well, I keep saying it. Griffin's got the right attitude. I mean, Lady Bulldogs can't buy a bucket at times, but she's willing to go in there and throw her body around and hopefully draw a foul. At least slow this game down, hit some free throws while the clock is stopped. I mean, the game's probably out of hand at this point, being down by 14, but maybe make it respectable.
3:16 left to go in the game, and Griffin throws a free throw down. 37-24. She bounces very close to the ground, spins it in her arms, and throws it up there, and that is also good. 37-25, a 12-point game. Now Dia Samsel. They're going to slow this one down, I would imagine. Guarded by Griffin as they're going to play keep away near midcourt as Alexander, guarded by Stubblefield, will dribble right, dribble left, along the left wing. Now brings it up top of the key. Guarded by Thornton. Makes a move on Thornton, middle of the lane, a bounce pass over to the near side. That's Latimer who puts it up off the glass, and that one's good. So 39-25 with 2:40 left to go in the game, and Stubblefield takes it the other way. Guarded by Dia Samsel, now dribbles all the way in the left corner and a struggle for it. The water cooler again is in the way and a jump ball. And possession.
Whitewright.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez moves the water.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. That would be Luke. And I know you were thinking about it, Ethan. I know he was.
New intern next year?
There's a bounce pass.
Charge.
So Howe will take possession after that. And here's Griffin under the basket, going to throw it into Stubblefield. Again, Stubblefield maxed up. She was a little bit ill early in the week over her quarantine issue. And now top of the key, dribbling right-handed over to Griffin. Right wing, back up top to Stubblefield. Right-handed dribbling a couple of times towards the left side of the lane. Sanders, middle. Kendall Griffin for three, rolls in, rolls out. Going to be rebounded by Long. And now into the arms of Dia Samsel. $1:53 left to go in the game. Howe trails by 14, 39-25. Alexander, the best player on the court, top of the key with the ball in her hands. That's who Whitewright wants it with. Guarded by Thornton. She'll make a move on Thornton. They're just trying to kill the clock. Middle of the lane, and Alexander with a free ride, and Thornton knocks it away from behind. And Gentry Doty is fighting Reagan Latimer with the ball, and a jump ball is called. You know, a foul is going to be called. A foul is going to be called on Reagan Latimer, which is her fourth, and Coach Guadiano not very happy about it.
Well, I think his best player got, well, I know it is. Best player got thrown to the ground and didn't look like a call was made.
I really like Thornton's energy she plays with.
And the shot by Doty is good to make it a 13-point game. 1:28 left to go. And we got a pretty good boys game in front of us. And Doty's second shot is good. So again, we're at the scene of the crime from a year ago where it was stolen. With 2.2 left to go in the game, it was stolen with a crazy half-court shot by Aaron Pitt. And here's Alexander, top of the key. Dribbling to the middle of the lane, stolen by Stubblefield. Trying to get it to Thornton, but a jump ball is going to be called there with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Yeah, you think about the boys' game. You know, it's going to be a competitive game, but it's kind of almost a must-win for the Howe Bulldogs to stay in this stay in the race for fourth spot.
Yeah, you're right. Howe Bulldogs going to need to win just about every game they play from here on out. Every game is a playoff game, virtually. Here is a steal by Alexander, and she'll bring it up the middle of the court. Less than a minute left, guarded by Griffin and Thornton. Now long, deep in the corner, Dia Samsal guarded by Griffin as she runs over there. She'll bring it up to the top of the court, trying to waste the final 40 seconds of the game. Griffin and Thornton in the front court. Alexander with it in her hands. She'll dribble left, switch it with Long, who switches with Dia Samsal. Guarded by Stubblefield, a pass underneath to Alexander. She could have gone straight to the bucket, but she held up, trying to kill the last 19. Dia Samsal. Way up top, guarded by Griffin. And a
5 seconds.
I guess that's the call. Howe Bulldogs getting ready to make their way. They get up off the bench right behind us. Good luck to Clyde Campbell and the rest of the crew. Mr. Luke Lopez. And that is the ball game as Ethan Lopez passes Cooper Jones, Eli Wilson. Right there is Kevin Bateman. They walk on the floor, so that is your final, which is 39-27, a 12-point game. Now, what you do, you can go to HoweEnterprise.com on Studio 42 tab. The second game will be right there. Or you can search on YouTube for Howe Bulldogs, Whitewright Tigers. Will be there in just a moment. So long, everybody.